Hi everyone, it's Beth from Universal Think Tank. Today I thought it would be interesting to answer a few questions that I found online about British life, and hopefully it will be helpful for anybody that's looking to move to the UK and just wants to learn more about what life in Britain is like. So the first question is, if you were living abroad, what British food or drink would you miss the most? So I think in first place for me, it would be a very British answer. It would probably be fish and chips. There's nothing like eating fish and chips at the seaside on a sunny day. Secondly, again, a very British answer, I'd probably have to say the traditional Sunday roast. There's something very comforting about sitting around a table with your friends or family and tucking into a nice Sunday roast. So I usually have chicken with mine, but you can have any type of meat, which is usually beef, pork or turkey, and that's usually accompanied by roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, gravy, vegetables and stuffing. Last of all, I think I'd also miss a good bacon sandwich with plenty of HP sauce. So if you are planning to move to the UK, definitely make sure you try that. The next question is, how is Halloween celebrated in the UK? I think it's celebrated in a similar way to other places in the world. So children will usually get dressed up in a Halloween themed outfit, so like a pumpkin or a skeleton, and visit houses in their neighbourhood accompanied with a parent of course, and knock on the door and say trick or treat. And then the people living at the house will usually give them something like sweets or money in return. For other people, it's just another reason to get together and celebrate with friends and family, and also get dressed up in something Halloween themed. One thing that people do in Britain is go pumpkin picking. So people will go to a pumpkin field, pick a pumpkin, take it home and then carve it. The next question is, why are British people so nice? I think it does boil down to British people being overly polite and using manners like please, sorry and thank you a lot more than we probably should, because that's just the way we kind of speak. The next question is, what is the correct Yorkshire pudding eating procedure? So I think the majority of people eat Yorkshire puddings with a knife and a fork, as far as I know. And I think that's because Yorkshire puddings aren't usually served on their own, they're usually served with gravy. And I think it would be quite messy if you were to try eating that without a knife and fork. The next question is, where is the best place to go in the UK for a holiday? I think it all depends on what type of holiday that you're looking for. If you want a quintessentially British countryside experience, I'd recommend any of the national parks in Britain. So I've only been to the Peak District, which is beautiful, and if you're very outdoorsy and you're looking to go cycling or hiking or mountaineering, then the Peak District is the place to go. I'd also recommend the Yorkshire Dales and the Lake District as well. So if you're looking for more of a seaside experience, I'd probably recommend somewhere like Cornwall. It's such a beautiful part of the UK, it's full of coastal towns and beaches, and it just feels completely different to the rest of the UK. There's also some lovely places to visit in the south of England, including the Cotswolds and Devon. If you're looking for a city experience, I'd definitely recommend London, of course. It's full of cultural landmarks, and if you plan ahead, you can really make the most of your time and have a great weekend. I'd also recommend visiting York, which is in Yorkshire. It has such a rich cultural history, especially with Vikings and Romans, and there's some beautiful Gothic architecture to explore there as well. I'd also definitely recommend visiting the Shambles, which is some very quaint, cobbly streets in the city, and it's just really nice to kind of walk around and soak up all of the history. So the last question is, what do Brits do during winter time when it starts getting dark at 4 p.m? I don't think we do things much differently, to be honest. I think a lot of people tend to wind down a lot earlier and kind of go into hibernation mode before spring. I tend to eat a lot more kind of comforting winter foods like stews and soups, and I also tend to get more baths as well. That's the end of this video, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any more questions about British life, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.